voice. Wonder how it would sound for my girl or a boy. The moment that we met, it was you that I knew would be for me. Who makes one out of two, and we already making room. Bought a house, got a whole list of names on the cool. When I fell in love with you, I knew we would make a duel. Know my homegirl a doula, we could do it in the pool. I could cry when I try to picture tying little shoe.
Hi, WASTOIDS. I have a question for Fat Tony. I am curious about his Bikini Kill tattoo. When did he get it? Why did he get it? How many times has Kathleen Hanna seen it? How much do you love it?
You want to know about my Bikini Kill tattoo? Well, first things first, Bikini Kill's been one of my favorite bands since I was a youth. I probably heard them for the first time about 20 years ago now. And it wasn't just their message that really struck me, but it's the music itself. I love the band. I love Kathleen Hanna's voice. Toby, the whole gang, they were fire, right? Excellent band, excellent music. I even like the way their whole shit is mixed. It's like a perfect combination of sweetness and rawness, anger and optimism. And as far as the tattoo goes, I got the tattoo in probably the most punk way possible. My homeboy's roommate, who I believe was drunk at the time he gave me the tattoo, and wasn't really a tattoo artist, he was just practicing. He gave me a Bikini Kill tattoo in my friend's kitchen in Mexico City around 2015 or 2016. Then in 2017, I'm in LA, I'm at an art show, Kathleen Hanna walks in the building, and I had to approach her with the tattoo. Now, I knew that she had seen the tattoo because I posted it a few times on Instagram, Twitter, and she dropped a comment on it. So when I approached her, we struck up a friendship, exchanged info, started kicking it. She invited me and my girlfriend to play softball with her and Ad Rock and their homies. I've been to some Bikini Kill shows since their reunion. I've been to her house a few times. I will always love this band, and it's my favorite tattoo by far. Because one, it's such a sick band name. What's a better name than Bikini Kill, you dig?
Hey, Fat Tony, thanks so much for answering questions. I know that you have spent a lot of time in Mexico City. I wondered if you'd tell me a little bit about what you liked there. I've only been once, but I think it might be one of my favorite cities on the earth.
I got a lot of big love for Mexico City, a lot of big eternal love for Mexico City. What made me fall in love with it was my first trip there, which was 2015. I went there to play the Normal Festival. And I had never been to Mexico City. I never even heard of Mexico City, and I was blown away by what a huge and vast metropolitan place it is. I was blown away by the history of artists that have been there, from authors to poets to musicians. It seems like a place that's always been a hub for artists internationally. It seems like people come there from all over the world to find themselves and get inspired. And what really rocked my world was when I started living there a bit in 2016. I started doing my own monthly residency called Function, which was a hip hop party where I'd bring US artists and Mexican artists together, and I'd be the resident host and DJ. And I started doing that program because after getting booked for the Normal Festival, I came back to play an after party for the Material Art Fair. And the fair director was telling me how she's a big rap fan, a big hip hop fan, but has always had a hard time getting US artists to come out there. Especially at that time, hip hop wasn't the dominant genre in Mexico City. You know, most rap fans in Mexico tended to be in northern Mexico, right? So I thought to myself, it could be cool if I'm the bridge, if I'm the one that steps to my friends, my associates, my homies, all the artists that I know in the US, and I'm the one that starts bringing them down rather than them getting hit up by a total stranger from another country and maybe feeling uneasy about venturing so far out of their comfort zone, you dig? So I started my party Function. It was a success. We did it for 6 months. And those 6 months in Mexico City felt like a lifetime. I made a whole world of friends, relationships, music, adventures, experiences. It really rocked my world. It was the first time that I've ever lived outside of the US, and those moments will always be one of my most treasured experiences in life, period. If you want to know more about Function, there's a few articles out there. There's a Remezcla article. The Source magazine wrote it up. and I have tons of video and photos from it. It was really the great experience, man. And my party was free. So my party would happen on Thursday nights at a club in Condesa, and you'd have locals pulling up, you'd have foreigners pulling up, you'd have tourists pulling up, and it was just a warm, fun party vibe where it was all about the love of music. And when I do my DJ sets, I really try to show people the whole world of rap, because rap is big. Rap is just not one lane or one style. So I'd play everything from West Coast music to Bay Area music to Southern music, Texas music, East Coast music, backpack, club, street rap, every type of rap genre that I felt needs to be out there. I try to run through the gamut each week, each month that I did my party. You dig?
Yo, Tony, when you plan on returning back to Houston? We need another concert out here.
Houston, H-Town, you know I'm coming back soon. I'm coming back in December for a live show. Trust me, I'm always pulling up to the H.
What's the meaning of life? What's the meaning of life?
You're asking me what I think the meaning of life is, and I'd say the meaning of life is experience. Life is meant to be lived. Life is not meant to be an armchair experience. Life is meant to be active and in the field. So the meaning of life for me is constant self-discovery, constant adventure, a constant learning experience. There is no end to it. And I implore everybody out there that is alive that might be hearing this to really try to live your life to the fullest, man. And I don't mean that in no dumb ways. Don't do anything that's gonna get you hurt or get someone else hurt or get you or anyone else in any trouble. But don't be afraid to take a risk, because there's no reward without the risk. There's no experience without jumping off the porch and doing something you might not be used to.